Really doing this. Okay. Just making sure. Testing. Hey, hello. It is me, JJ, the owner of Bright Idea Records and the producer of video games and more, here on the ZotTheAvengerRules stream and the JJStylesRocks channel, on their respective providers. I'm feeling pretty good and decent since our last stream 2 minutes ago or whatever. My snot rags dried up. I needed that. I said, I need to blow my nose. And then I said to myself, I says, not till you get the stream going. And then I says, but why? Why can't I just blow my nose right now? And then I says to myself, I says, because you need the knee in your back, or you're not going to do anything. Are you? If there's one good thing pain and suffering is good for, it's to motivate, right? The pain and suffering of that, not being able to breathe. I don't know, man. It may hurt like not as much as like oogie boogies. It may not hurt as much as like an impacted colon, but an impacted nose, that'll definitely fuck up your functioning ability, won't it? Yeah, whatever. Function this. Function what, JJ? You know, here, function that. Let's see if it's looking any better today. You remember what the problem I had with it was, right? It's supposed to look gruesome. And instead, my camera doesn't show you why it's gruesome. And that bothers me. It's like my camera's lying to you. Who can you trust? If you can't trust your own camera, who the fuck can you trust, man? In this modern day and age? Looks more like a monkey than a devil. Yeah, he's a little monkey. He's a little rascal. He's not a fucking. He's not a devil. He's a monkey. Little monkey. That's silly. That's a silly drawing. It's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon where Bugs Bunny's trying to like. Who were the people that Bugs Bunny normally did that to? Wasn't Bugs about to get into trouble? And he drew the mustache and the chin hair on like a judge. Wasn't there a poster that said re-elect Judge somebody? And he that reminds me of a previous stream we did, the techno music one. Well, I didn't intend on doing this. We got to dive down that rabbit hole. Bugs Bunny's rabbit hole. I totally didn't plan this out. Let's dive down that rabbit hole, shall we? It's probably a quick and easy answer, right? I hope. just being careful. I don't have, I probably have energy to spare, but I'm moving pretty slowly and I'm thinking pretty slowly still. It's, it doesn't take much to give me a bad day. And it's a new day here on the stream and this side of the planet. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Hey, Vern. Hey, Vern. Know what I mean? Perhaps. Come on, web browser. Don't fail me now. Oh, wow. Did Windows find something else to reboot over? Some new update that needs a reboot? I did that. That was pretty cool. If that last stream ended pretty abruptly, that installment. But I was able to do a few things, one of which was reboot. Windows totally needed me to do that. Oh, I see. It's doing a feature update to Windows 10 version 22H2. It's installing and it's 25% into it. That's what's up. Okay. I understand now why it looked funny. It's only natural. When during an update like that, yeah, it'll look funny. Oh, where'd I go? Goodness gracious, great walls of nothing. It's a living. Hard work, man. Hard work. It's a living. It's my chosen profession. Hard work. It's uh, it's a reward in and of itself. Somebody's not working hard. Let me do that. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah, the O face. But she showed me her O face. Oh, oh no. That should be a new trend. Everybody should start talking about the O face once again and make people all self-conscious about saying, about even uttering the syllable, the single syllable O. Like you won't even be able to say, "Oh no," without people making fun of you like, "Oh, are you having your O face?" It's pretty fun to make everybody insecure about something other than terrorism or cybersecurity or pandemics. If you can make everybody insecure over having an O face, that would be much more funny. And just as demanding. Like, people can only be super concerned about so much, right? Shit. Inconsequential bullshit that you have no control over. Yeah, you can only be concerned about so much of that, right? Seriously. Alright. Bugs Buddy. Actually, before we look up bugs, what is that phenomenon of defacing portraits with goatees? What is that called? Is there a name for that? That's like a meme. That's definitely a meme. Defacing portraits, especially portraits, or especially defacing them with goatees. Why did Duchamp deface? Oh, was it Marcel Duchamp? Did he start the trend? Was Bugs Bunny an art critic? A fan of art? Marcel Duchamp. The passing of Leonardo da Vinci reportedly influenced Duchamp's alteration of the Mona Lisa. He defaced Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa by adding a mustache and goatee and the letters LHOOQ at the bottom of the postcard in 1919. His intention was to challenge the traditional values of art and beauty. Why? Challenge indeed. A person after my own brain? I would say heart, but I'm starting to wonder. They say that, that term heartbreak, it doesn't mean anything until literally your chest starts to hurt every time you cry. That's when it really starts to make sense. The heartbreak. Yeah, that's real heartbreak. Oh shit. You literally have 15 minutes to live. You got a bad ticker. That's how bad this heartbreak is. Okay, so, alright. I know this. I knew this. I'd forgotten this. So, now that but is there a name for it? El Ashad Al Kul? Is that what this is called? Let me see. She has a hot ass. French pronunciation for LHOOQ is El Ashal Akul. Cool? Cool? I don't know how to say that. Is that like cool, like coolo? Yo, you're so cool, you're so cool, you are a coolo. Motherfucker, that's how cool you are. El Ashal Al Kul? That must be the way to say it. El Ashal Al Kul. That has to be the way to say it. She has a hot ass, huh? And so one of the most sublime and chaste portrayals of a woman in the history of painting becomes sexually suggestive. Oh shit. Who knows? Maybe she has the hottest ass you've ever seen. We don't get to see that side of the painting now. You gotta flip it over to see that side of the painting, right? Shit. That's interesting. Bugs Bunny's a lot deeper than I gave him credit for. I'm gonna take this. The LHOOQ. I consider that to be the name of the meme in question. Why is it in question? Because I can't remember which Bugs Bunny cartoons the LHOOQ happened. It looks like we found a couple. I hope I don't get a strike. Copyright strike. That only happens with music, JJ. Don't worry. There's probably music. These Bugs Bunny cartoons always got classical. A lot of the classical music I know, like the William Tell Overture and shit like that came from Bugs Bunny. So, yeah, I might. But that's public domain. That has to be, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me uno momento. I think that my sound is fucked. Let's make sure that it is not. That's appropriate. That's good. It's all good. Okay. What am I not doing? You hear that? I can hear that. Okay.
Explain how it works. I wanted to.
The LA Philharmonica? Okay. This looks interesting. Man, I need a fucking pain pill. Tell me if there's anything good that I missed. Oh wait, I can stare at this. Wow, this is interesting. Ha ha ha.
Next.
That wascally wabbit. Oh, is it over? Okay. That did not address my
Just listen.
question at
You can
hand.
hear the critical.
I would listen, but you're probably gonna break my fucking heart, and I can't afford that right now. I'm very vulnerable. You see, I can't be subject to you because you're gonna go down the downward spiraling rabbit hole. Even Bugs Bunny could take me there right now. It's not very difficult. And I'd be holding your hand the whole time. Holding your hand to my doom as you escort me there. Thanks. I gotta look out for me. This one time. I don't trust you. You don't know how I pick. And you're not gonna be considerate. I know. I know that much. Okay, let me put this in double quotes. That ought to narrow down the whole batch. Surrealism and comics on Tumblr. It was surreal! Remember that little guy on Animaniacs? Actually, I guess he was in Looney Tunes too. The Dodo. Dodo? Yeah. It was surreal! Mustache Vandalism. 1919, yeah. Man, I got a few books in here. I think I got a few books to talk about this phenomenon. The phenomenon. The phenomenon. The phenomenon. A few books in here talking about the phenomenon. The phenomenon. I swear my microphone is disappointing me. I can't be talking that quietly. I never talk that quietly. The phenomenon. The phenomenon. Not a quiet person. Alright then. What else? This is not helping. Let me put in Duchamp. Duchamp? Duchamp! Oh, I don't need a space. My bad. What the fuck? Why is it so hard to find this reference? Am I the only one that attributes the Mona Lisa mustache to Bugs Bunny? Why am I the only person on the internet that associates the two? They are directly connected. The makers of Bugs Bunny would tell you this. Am I the only one that notices that doesn't have to be told out of a textbook? That obviously Bugs Bunny did that in homage to Marcel Duchamp? Like, why doesn't the internet know this? This is very basic. I didn't even know I was going to have a hard time. But this is the kind of shit that gets under my skin and makes me feel like I'm the only person paying attention. And I'm so broke I can't even afford to pay attention, man. I'm addicted to daydreaming. I can't do your fucking attention games. So how the fuck am I the only one that attributes the two? I gotta be tripping, man. I'm just gonna type in mustache, okay? That ought to get the job done. Am I thinking of Daffy Duck? Is that why? Was I thinking of the wrong star? Was I attributing all the Marcel Duchampness to Bugs Bunny when in reality it was Daffy Duck that was owed the credit for having, like, a brain? But he's Daffy. He's crazy. It can't be.
Wow!
That's not right. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you notice that? I know I'm in the way. That is not what it originally looked like. Okay? I just want to make sure that we all agree Bugs Bunny cartoons never had anime in them. I'm just saying.
Wow! It's colossal. It's stupendous. It's magnificent.
It's almost like Marcel Duchamp made this or something.
When I get my hands on him.
Oh, wet paint.
What the?
Look at that, he was drawing a mustache.
Emily.
I think I had it backwards.
Yes, Emily was very nice this year.
I guess that's the reason. I guess the internet had it right, and I'm the one with my head up my ass and things are so dark I can't see 5 feet in front of me. Who knew? Alright, I guess that topic is over. Granted, I'm still a little disappointed you can't see the Marcel Duchamp. Like, I literally have to load up my Instagram to show you what I need to show you. Like, you know? I can't do it with my own camera. It's so weird. Like, I personally think... I don't know what to think, man. I don't even know what my camera makes me look like, because that's me. And that doesn't look like what I see at all. I don't know what my camera is doing to me. It's really strange. It's like a goddamn Mandela effect. And like I don't even believe in that. I do not believe in the parallel universe Mandela theory, like the whole 9 yards. I don't believe in that shit, dude. Are you kidding? Look, you're gonna have to take me to a different universe in a parallel reality before I believe that. I'm just saying. It's basic. It's basic. It's like if you expect me to believe this, show it to my face. If you expect me to believe in Jesus Christ, show him to my face. You know, that's like where I'm at with being lied to and misled. And yeah, man, you're supposed to see this when I show you that fucking that poster on the wall. You're really, what am I doing wrong? Oh, I see. Gonna be chicken shit, huh? The internet's always been chicken shit with me these days. It used to be you could pretty much access what you needed to access freely. But now you gotta set up an account, set up a subscription. Even with this, it's all so secure, isn't it? It almost makes me want to just hack it all. Maybe I am. I don't know, man. We'll see by the end of the stream. Maybe. I'm pretty emo, man. I don't think I'd want to try to do anything as technical and demanding as hacking right now. I can barely hold a cup of water. I can barely hold a cup of ZTA. My hands are so shaky. It sucks. It looks like it's gonna be a JPEG. What am I looking at? Fuck it, dude. Not that one. Oh, I guess it'll be at the top of these, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Motherfucker. I know these are all really great posts. Have you seen that picture? This one is particularly great. Do you recognize that? It's like Space Invaders, but it's a boot screen for Metasploit. That's a particularly... That one resonates with me, man. That one strikes a chord. It's pretty good. It strikes a chord, strikes a chord. Strike a pose, strike a chord, man. Strike a chord. Or a pose. I don't give a fuck. Strike a pose, strike a chord. Strike something, because there's a lot of shit that needs to be struck. Not people, but definitely things. People don't need to be struck. That's pretty stupid. It's pretty silly. You know, it's silly when it's in a cartoon, and it's stupid and quite possibly a crime in reality. Yeah, it is. Oh shit. That's that mess I was telling you about. Remember I told you I was laying on top of a pile of junk? I did that while I was blacked out drunk. I took everything in the room. I don't know what was wrong with me. It seemed like a hostile act. And look at the video in the middle. Can you see? That's like sorry. The skateboard video. Sorry. I'm sorry, JJ. You needed your life flipped upside down. That's what my subconscious left me to deal with. A mess and a video that says sorry on top. That's funny. Way to be ironic, subconscious. Aren't you clever? What did I do to deserve that, I wonder? What didn't I do to deserve that? That's the real question to ask. Oh, that's my Crystal Method autograph from when I met those guys. That's cool. Man, my Instagram kicks ass. But none of these are the picture I'm trying to hack up for you. Oh, boy. It's alright. Good thing I'm me. Because nobody else can access my Google Drive. Jesus, man. What a big pain in the ass it is to find me. I feel sorry for you guys. Are you kidding me? Let me get this out of the way. Over and done with. What was I talking about? I'm sorry, this requires further analysis. I don't know how you feel about devils or boys, for that matter, but this is an obvious phenomenon, much like finding the face of Jesus on the surface of your grilled cheese sandwich, or even like, I don't know, a Mandela effect type thing. See, it requires a little more analysis. If I don't give it that, I might be robbing you of the opportunity to understand metaphysical type things. Or maybe just weird camera. Maybe your cameras are lying to you. That's not quite so metaphysical. Granted, that is something that should be uncovered by some type of investigative journalist type person, right? Maybe. I don't know, man. You tell me. Maybe I'm just crazy. Like Daffy Duck, right? Just putting mustaches on everything that I feel like putting mustaches on. Right? Okay. Whatever that is, JJ. That's what you call the LQQOOH effect? Yeah, I think it was more like LHOOQ. Is that it? LHOOQ? What does that get me? LHOOQ. I remembered it! Dude, my brain does work! Yes! My brain does work. Son of a bitch. Sometimes I wonder. I love that fucking picture, dude. If they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, well, that picture's worth 2,000. All right, there. That's art. That's some Duchamp for you. And like I said, man, I can't. It doesn't look the same. when I try to show it to you. I guarantee you, I cross my heart and I hope to die, that it looks exactly like that right there. It looks exactly like that up there, okay? They are identical. I took that photo based off of that right there. That monkey boy. Yeah, like the only paint you can see on there. And I added that after the fact. Like you can see, I had the intention to do that, but I didn't fill it in. And then when this Mandela effect first manifested, right? But this is no Mandela effect. This is happening in this reality. In this plane. This has to be some weird camera trick. The only thing is, I'm not the one programming it. That's a pretty weird camera trick. Devil boy. How you like those fangs, huh? They're fantastic. It's pretty ridiculous, huh? I tell you what, it's ridiculous that looks more like a monkey boy than a devil boy. That's what's ridiculous. You know why evolution dictates some creatures have wide nostrils while others do not? Don't you? Apparently it's because of the oxygen flow. There is a greater potential for oxygen to flow into the lungs, providing the life-giving oxygen. O2? Or 2O. Is that what I mean? H2O, O2. I think oxygen's O. I dropped that out of high school, I'm sorry. But yeah, the life-giving oxygen flows up the gigantic nostrils that much easier. So, yeah, it's actually an evolutionary benefit to have such a thing. If you can believe that, whatever, man. I don't see too many people going to the plastic surgeon trying to get wider nostrils. I have thought of it, how I could use wider nostrils, because I cry so much. And it leaves me unable to breathe. I guess I'm crazy. I must be daffy. Yeah, I must be. At any rate, enough. 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 You know, the only reason that poster's up there is so I can block out the sunlight. Yeah, the guy from Bright Idea Records, Mr. Brightness himself, doesn't like the bright. Not all the time. It's like, look, if I needed the bright, I'd just go out there. Granted, that wouldn't work right now at 3:01 a.m. here on the ZotTheAvengerRules channel on Twitch.tv, nor the JJStylesRocks channel on YouTube. Yeah. Wouldn't work. It's cool, man. We'll all get over it. It'll be okay. I'd like to try and play some more Apple II games. I would. I'm going to. I will. I shall. It's gonna happen. It's fate, baby. It's fucking fate. No doubt. It's fate. I was having, I had to put some ice in my ZTA cocktail. And I didn't want to go in the freezer. I talked about that on the last stream. But I did, and it's okay. While I was in there, I was like, Taking some old refrigerator photos down. Maybe I'll put them back up. Check them out. They're pretty good. I like these. They're really good. I'm like a master photo person. The camera was meant to be in my hands. Here, let's see. I can do this. This is a simple first-person perspective, basically. I'll admit the lights are a little bright. Bright light, bright light, bright light. Oh, and now they're too dark. Here, I'll find a counterbalance. I'll open up Notepad. I'll bet a big white blank fucking Notepad window will brighten up the room just the perfect amount, right? That's almost good, but the color is missing for whatever reason. For whatever camera trick my camera's pulling today, apparently. It's all good. Here. Let's do a little bit more of the gamma. Is that the right one? No, not really. The framing, the structure. No, this is not Blink-182. Not a bad song though. A day late, a buck short. I don't know if I'm a buck short, but I'm definitely a day late in terms of saving this young man's life. Oh well. What can you do, hey? It ain't easy being cheesy. Yeah, right. I don't know why we can't get this right. Here, I'm gonna add more of this color to the whole operation. It's just more black. It's all totally blacked out. I guess it's too black. Well, shit on me. I guess I'll pick yellow. Yellow is the new black. I'd like to think purple is the new black, but hey man, yellow is the opposite of purple. So in a way, that almost makes it true, right? Because if you're the opposite of cool, that has to make you cool in somebody's eyes, right? You know Mondo Gecko from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? His favorite colors were purple and yellow. I know, because he was always wearing like a yellow shirt with purple shorts, something like that. Yeah, man. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not that daffy. Just a little daffy. Just a little bit daffy. Just a little too daffy. A little too daffy for my own good. Yeah, he was a definite adult at this point in Osama bin Gecko's life. Perched up on top of his throne at the time. Yeah, he'd already been getting laid quite a bit at this point. He was definitely not a juvenile, if you know what I'm saying. He'd been breaking off a piece pretty goddamn often at this point. I know because the substrate in the tank is this rocky kind of substrate that I never used. Ever. That was a one-time thing. So, and granted, there aren't a lot of photos of this dude. If you were to, like, try to find him, well, you know, you might find this rocky substrate that I never used. Yeah. Photos can tell you a lot. They can't tell you everything. You can, you know, it's best to remain objective and not believe everything that they try to tell you with regards to things like evidence. It's basically like if you weren't there, you don't know. That's the truth. The truth is, the evidence is, if you weren't there, you don't know. You can try to speculate all you want, but if you weren't there, you don't know. I find you suspect of being heartless. Innocent until proven guilty? Nah, you're already guilty to me. You're heartless. He was a juvenile right here. Just about the most handsome little... I could tell he was gonna grow up and be a really strong, handsome guy at this point in his life. He's really just a special guy. Really special little creature, man. He's my best friend. For 18 years, basically. Yeah, this is when he knocked up his old lady for the first time. There she is, having some eggs. I don't think those actually hatched. You know, that would be a nice story to tell you. That would be a nice piece of fiction. Yeah, actually, me and my mom tried to hatch a bunch of these eggs, and it never quite worked out right. We got this fucking thermometer. It was a titanium heater and a thermometer that just like would heat up, because we basically put the eggs into a fish tank, you know, and we let them like just do their thing, because we couldn't get the moisture right. The eggs, they always seemed to desiccate. Like, that was the outcome. Every time I tried to hatch his children, the eggs would end up desiccated, and it would just be a kind of a bummer, you know? 'Cause it's like, what a waste of some perfectly healthy life that could potentially exist. Like, there aren't enough geckos in the world, are there? In this photo, my man is demonstrating his ability to use his eyelids, which is unique to the Eublepharidai variety of gecko. Sort of like chilling out in his tank. Kind of reminds me of like the frog in Super Mario 2, you know? Because he kind of has those kind of eyes. Wait, what in tarnation? This isn't my gecko. How did this get in here? What the fuck? Oh, there's two of them. They're twins. I'm just joking. I'm not that careless. I just thought it would be funny to lighten up the mood. And I could also promote the Southern Arizona Desert Museum, where you can go and see things like Gila monsters. Just about the biggest, baddest reptile you'll find in these parts. That is, unless you're talking about an Arizona diamondback rattlesnake. But, you know, I'm talking about lizards here, okay? Yeah, man. I had a pretty good veterinarian. This guy, Dr. Jarko, I saw him one time take he did a cesarean section on a goddamn Gila monster. That's a pretty typical problem, actually, for creatures to have the egg impaction and not be able to lay them. And then, like, a kind-hearted and well-skilled, individual, like a veterinarian, can come along and aid the creature in laying their eggs, because that is deadly. That's basically a death sentence, being impacted with your own eggs. It's like, there you are trying to bring life into the world, and oh shit, haha, joke's on you, until Dr. Jarko comes along and fixes you. It's a good thing humans are such evolved, advanced creatures, capable of anything when they put their minds, their gigantic brains. They're pretty much capable of anything, even helping lower life forms. If given the opportunity and the advantages afforded. Yeah, during the time in the economy for which their environment dictates the circumstances of the socio blah blah blah. They can even help lower life forms. They're so cool. It's fucking humans. Yeah, man. Man, I saw Dr. Jarko did a shell replacement on a tortoise. This motherfucker, its shell was totally broken, and he you don't even believe me. You're like, you can't do a shell replacement on a turtle or a tortoise. You'll never know what I've seen. You'll never know what I've been a part of, man. All you can do is give me the benefit of the doubt, but I'll never convince you. I'm nobody, I'm nothing. I gotta freshen up my drink. I'll go say grace in front of the freezer where my buddy's corpse is. I gotta go. I'll see you soon enough. I'll probably cry. I need to come lay my head on your shoulder in a second anyways.